Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. What I do for you. And yeah, I talk about God all the time, pretty much, mostly. Why? Because if you're a sage or a spiritual philosopher, God is what you talk about. I try to give you the understanding. I ain't here to preach to you about God, but I'm trying to give you the understanding of how to get God's attention and earn your blessings. That's what this is all about. That's what I teach you life lessons to get you your own blessings. So let's go. Rightism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's we talk, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritual sleep. I can awaken you. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Yeah, that's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and two. Yeah, might be true. Right thinkers. Again, let's talk about being a sage, aka spiritual philosopher. I live for God's approval and blessings when daily. That's what anytime you're working for that guy, it's daily. Ask the son. He been on his job since day one and ain't took a day off yet. I got 6 years in running, so I got a long way to go. But that's the idea. It's about doing it routinely, over and over, where it becomes what? Muscle memory. Now me living right, doing right, it ain't hard for me to do. It's how I live now. Just like it wasn't hard for me to do wrong. I practiced and honed that skill. I just flipped it. And my man Pops, just flip it. Okay, if you're living wrong and everything's going wrong, flip it. Start living right and see the difference. That's all you got to do. And everybody who's done it will tell you the same thing. They flipped it. When you're going the wrong way, do a 180, not a 360. If you're going that way, do 180. Go that way. Why? If this is the wrong way, that got to be the right way. In life, you got a 50-50 shot. So the first time you're doing it wrong, you start doing the other way. Why? That's you already know that ain't the right way. That's why. Let's go. And if you're doing it the right way, you continue to do that. Trust me, it gets easier as the years go by. Yeah, years, not a few days, not a few. No, we're talking years of dedication to doing what you do for Him. Ask those people who get blessed on a daily basis. They know. That's why I teach it. That's why I teach it and speak about it. Why? I live it. I get it. I know. Experience. Again, I only tell you what I knew, what I know. Yeah, I'm living, right? Daily. Why? That's so I can receive what? My blessings when daily. You put the work in, you get paid. You don't God don't put a week in a hole. You go work for him, you don't put nothing in the hole. You get it as you go. So whenever you're done doing the right thing, he don't owe you nothing. Concept, continue to do the right thing, and you ain't got to worry about what not getting paid or not being blessed. I got a pastor, my best friend. He ain't gonna deviate. And the more I do this, the more I'm starting to see why. I'm with him. It's God all the time. People don't want to deal with him because he's so, straightforward in what he's doing. I love it. Okay. I got the same problem, just a little different scenario, but the same thing. So we in the same game. All right, tell you, we guys, our couple. He the good guy, I'm the bad guy. If you want nice and cuddly, you don't want me. You want knowledge and insight, I'm your man. If you want cuddly, he's your man. All right, and he got good stuff. It's just, cuddly. Is that he's mushy. I'm not mushy. He's emotional. I'm not emotional. He can. I don't. That's the difference. And everything else is pretty much the same, but we have things what we do different. And that's the thing that he do different that I don't subscribe to. All right. But yeah, I talk a good God game daily. Why? Because I play a good and walk a good God game. I'm just talking, I walk it, I play my role. I consider it in the earnest. The question is, are you playing your role? Who you claim to be? Who you want people to think you are? Is that who you really are? Because he know this. If your heart ain't in it, don't even waste your time. All right. You're not blessed. If you're not blessed, why? Because you're not blessed. Oh, I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. I'm a Jew. That don't bless you. God don't give a damn about your religion. It's the action that you do that blesses you. You feel me? Just doing selfless service, maintaining my business and doing what I need to do, I earn blessings. Just doing that. I ain't doing nothing special. I ain't running around here acting the fool trying to, I'm saving the world, all that nonsense. Nah. I got past that. I've been there too. Everybody wants to save the world. Nope. Just want to save the few who want to be saved by me. That's all. If you don't want me to save you, I ain't got a problem with that. If you want to be saved by me, I got you. Let's go. That's what I do for you. I see. Because I observe. I see a lot of people claiming to be God's chosen people. That drives me crazy. I got a problem with that. That's not true. No. When you do what God approves of, when you do the things that God deemed good and righteous, you ain't got to tell nobody. Why? It'll show, okay? And when they really not, they claim to be, but they really not. What? You think it costs you somebody gives you no, your actions. Again, if you ain't walking the walk, don't talk the talk. And I do a lot of talking and very little walking. I respect those who do walk, but it ain't enough for y'all. I need more. That's all. I ain't worried about me. Okay, I know there ain't gonna be many of these, so I'm all right with that. But righteous living, whether you're religious, whether you're whatever, Muslim, no, it's the living. It ain't the religion that you profess. That it's the living of that religion that you profess. If you're a good Christian, you're a good Christian. God will recognize the goodness. He ain't give a damn about Christian. Okay? So whatever it is you're gonna be, put good in front of it and it'll be recognized. But that's it. Righteous living is for earning God's approval, not man's or woman's. I ain't trying to please nobody in the flesh. Got nothing for you. I'm trying to please that guy. Why? He can give me something in return. You can't. Well, monetary things, pleasure of the flesh, yeah, but I don't need none of that. You can keep all that. Okay? Bless me. You can't do that. That's why I go for his approval. Make it clear. I'm not going to sit here and make a bunch of accusation statements. No, I'm going to back them up. Clarify them, justify them. And you can do what you want with them, but that's what this is. That's what it is. I do what I do for mankind, a.k.a. you, those who tune in. But not for man's approval. No. I do it for his. And me doing what I do for you earns me his approval. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So how many views I get, it don't even make a difference. The fact that I'm doing it, I earn mine. That's my job is done. Okay? Remember, I'm the content creator. I ain't the marketing strategy. I'm not none of that. I just create the content and put it out there. Let's go. God's servants come in all shapes and sizes, every pack, no make a difference. But when you're doing what's right, you're a servant of God. Simple as that. God's servants, you know who you are. All that I'm chosen. Stop that, please. God's servant, aka righteous and virtuous living people. Don't make a difference what religion you claim. Don't make a difference what race you are, male or female. Righteous living will be recognized. And that's what being blessed by God is all about. Earning what? His approval, and he'll take care of you. Okay? We say, we love to funk you Funkenstein while your funk is the best. It says, take my body and give it the mind to what? Outfunk the rest. I want to be the best at being my best self. So if it's competition, get ready. Why? I'm coming. Simple as that. Ain't nothing you can do about that. I'm coming. My man said, on guard. Why? Defend yourself. I'm coming to get you. If you're in that position, I'm coming for. You better be ready. Why? I'm coming. Simple as that. But it ain't physical. I can serve my God without putting a hand on you. If you're not being blessed in your daily life, trust me, it's only because what? You ain't living right. And you may think and believe you are, but if the proof is in the pudding, if you're not being blessed, it ain't what you think. It's what he thinks. That's the difference. And man don't control that. Like I said, I control me. Situations, don't care. But I do control me in every situation, and that don't change me. When you get like that, that's self-mastery right there. But you can tell everybody you see how blessed you are. Nobody really gives a good hoot. I want to be nice. But if you're blessed, guess what? It'll show. We know people who life just seem to be going along. They seem to be everything. Those are blessed people. Why? They're living right. No matter what you know about them, don't care. Don't make a difference. But what you see is what it is. Why? Because they're living right. You don't get that by BSing. No, you see a lot of them, they ain't got jack. Okay? I see good Christian church people prospering by their faith and doing what they believe and doing just fine. Doing just fine. So I understand that. I don't go hopping church. No, I'm going to one. I don't need one. Again, so the people I'm at church with, I respect what they do. Why? They do what they're supposed to do. What? To earn their blessings. They know how to get them. My pastor's teaching them. So I'm working with them. All right. But if you're blessed, it ain't luck. No, it ain't by chance. No, it's because you're living right. That's what you do to be blessed. You know it. Why? Because the blessings that you receive will what? Surely show it. My life is good. I ain't got no problem. I ain't meant hope, but that's personal. So it ain't about that. It's about having other people understand how to reach that for themselves. I'm not here to brag about how good my life is. I know, but I keep trying to tell you, it's the work that you put in. You will get those things in your life. What blesses me might not be what you need. Again, you have to get it for yourself, but I'm just teaching you how to do that. That's it. That's it. That ain't preaching, it's teaching. I live my life personally, daily, to impress God. I don't give a... And my mom, she respects what I do. So after that, don't really care what you think and feel about what it is I do. Okay? My daily goal in life at this point in my life is to what? Show myself approved to what? Living right and being blessed for doing that. I can't make it no clearer. I can't make it no clearer. Now, at this point in my life, that I know as long as I do what? What's right. That's it. Not what I feel, not what I think, not what I want, but do what's right. When you got practice somebody out, you got to know right from wrong. Why? You need to make the decision. If you don't know right from wrong, how you going to make the decision on what's right? How you going to know the difference between what's wrong? That's what equanimity and using both sides of your brain is for. Pros and cons, good and bad. However you want to make it is opposite, but you need to know both of them. Why? So you can make a better decision. That's why. Not knowing don't help you. But I thought, well, I didn't know. That don't help you one bit. Not knowing thyself at judgment day ain't gonna cut it. Okay, trust me. Moving on. So get knowledge of self now. I'm trying to help you with that. That's what I'm for. Now, my daily goals is to what? Show myself by living right. That's it. I ain't running around looking at me, God, look at me. No, just doing. And here's it. Now that I know that part, when you're not in control of what? You ready for this? Your ego. It ran him and your emotions. Man, oh man, oh man. Woo-wee. You talking about emotions? And When you're not in control of your ego and your emotions, living right is not on the table. It's not even an option for you. The last thing he would do was do the right thing. Mm-mm. No, that's Darth Vader. I keep telling you, he loved wrong. He loved illegal. He loved that, that side, that seedy side they call it. But yeah, I loved it too. But I can't do that. Wow, price too steep. Punishment, the price you got to pay for that, I ain't willing to pay, so I let it go. Simple as that. If something you don't want to do, or you don't want to pay the price for it, then don't do it. Don't buy it. Simple as that. I stopped buying it. Moving on. I'm selling something different now, and nobody's buying. And guess what? I don't even care. Why? I ain't selling it. I'm just giving it away. If you don't take what somebody giving you, that ain't my problem. Moving on. I tell you daily, God loves who? Righteous, living people. Those are his chosen people. And they chose what? To live right. So that's how they get chosen to what? To be blessed. He don't really just, I'm going to bless you because you're Christian. Oh, you're a Muslim. I'm going to bless. No, it don't work that way. If you do right, righteous deeds will be rewarded. And the flip side is that, don't forget, it's two sides. You got the righteous side, you got the unrighteous side. Unrighteous will be dealt with harshly. Just remember that. That's what keeps me from what? Doing that. Why I want to be dealt with harshly. Been there, done that, don't like that. Okay. So what you do? You avoid it. Don't do it. Doc, it hurt every time I do that. Doc say, don't do that. Moving on. Easiest lesson in life. If you pray, and a lot of us do, okay? Okay, no, wait a minute, excuse me, I missed something here. Okay, without the ego. If you ain't in control of your ego self, doing right ain't in the cards. That's what I left off at. Living for God's approval means you're going to live right. And when you make that decision, and that's the way, what? To earn blessings. Righteous living. Wrong living don't get you blessed. I can attest to that one. Again, I'll be the first to say, no, it ain't going to get you nothing. Trust me on that. If you I tell you daily, okay, yeah, God loves them, okay. Why? Because that's how you get the blessing. Well, living right. But if you're praying, there we go. Now, if you're praying, and we all ask God for things, that's fine. But if you're praying, and most of us do daily, and you're living right daily, what happens? Your prayers will be answered. Well, how was that? I thought everybody who pray, all prayers get answered. No. Let me give you a little breakdown on that prayer thing, okay? Because y'all seen just because you pray, oh God. No. When you pray and don't put in the work, what they tell you, prayer without works. Prayer without works is dead. Y'all pray and you forget the work. So that prayer don't get answered. Why? It's dead. It ain't going nowhere. It means nothing. You can have the pastor pray for you. I can pray for you. But if your actions ain't deemable by blessed, you ain't going to get that prayer answered. Simple. Hope you understand the concept. But for all those who pray, and some of them do what? Every day. I do. I ain't got a problem telling you that. But when you don't meet God's approvals, those prayers are not answered. So they tell you, their thing is prayer without works. I'm telling you, if you ain't living right, you ain't get a prayer answered. Same thing. So what's the common denominator? Righteous or wrong? Right living, wrong living. Simple as that. That's the difference. And they're both the same way. Don't make a difference how you word it, how you verbiage. Don't make a difference. Living right, blessed. Living wrong, not. I'm a prayer warrior. And I don't pray for myself. Every now and then I might, but why? He already know what I need. So I ain't got to ask. Again, that mind game got played with God. I don't play that game. Okay, I understand fully. So I know he know what I need. So all I got to do is what? The things I'm supposed to be doing. And that's how my needs to get answered. AKA, your prayers answered. Moving on. You earned them. And when you pray for other people, I always do that. Anybody but myself. So I got people, whoever's in my mind, I throw them up in prayer. Okay, look over them. I got my dude. I know he don't understand. I said, man, I pray for your mom every day. Okay, I keep her in my prayer. Why? She's in need of it. Like my man mom said, when she prayed, she said, we all need a prayer. I agree 100%. So that's why I pray for everybody who I can bring to mind. If I don't know you, I can't pray for you. What? I can't put connection in. But if I know you, you're in my mind, I can pray for you. That's how I do it. Moving on. But I can and I will offer up prayer for you. And I ain't got a problem. But it ain't the idea of me offering up the prayer for you. The point is, it will what? It's up to you and how you living and what you do to receive the blessing that you need. And if you're living right, you don't need me to pray for you. But if that's what you want, I will. But I do that for those. But you earn your blessing. You earn your prayers answered by the work that you put in. Not because somebody praying for you. The holiest man in the world can pray for you. But if you ain't doing work, you ain't getting nothing anyway. And my dude is one of them guys. I am too. Okay, so if I can't help you, you done. Last one. I appreciate you tuning in. This is fun. Living for God's approval. Every religious person claims to do that in public. Integrity is what? Living for God's approval when nobody's watching. How honest are you when the eyes ain't watching? I keep the eye here. Why? It's always watching. Think about it. And living for God's approval makes you what? Spiritual, not religious. Because you claim a religion, don't earn you God's approval. No. A lot of y'all believe that. Again, I don't care what you believe. You need to get some facts. That way you can use it, implement it, and manifest and make the truth. You can't make a lie the truth. You can just believe it, and your belief will further you work. It's too hard. You got the truth. You ain't got to work that hard. Okay? I'm good telling the truth. It was hard work lying. He did it meticulously. So obviously, he had practice. By the time I come along, he had already had it perfected. He just gave it to me. I just ate it up and did my thing. It worked. It was good for that. But for other stuff, no. Moving on. I keep laughing about that. Dude, you prepared me for the streets, not college. I got to college. That stuff I knew didn't mean jack. I just started studying. Why? Because I was way behind. Sorry, I just hit a personal nerve. But yeah, that's what inspired me. Why? Dude, you don't know jack about anything other than the street stuff. So, my bad. I had to get that out. But again, wrapping it up. But when you're living for God's approval, that makes you spiritual. Why? Living it, not talking about it, being about it. That's the difference. And all your religious people tell you the same thing in their way. I ain't got a problem with that. If you think you're God's chosen people because you're a Christian and you're not living right daily, don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry about that. Why? We'll see that you ain't God's chosen people. Why? You ain't blessed. You ain't receiving no blessings. You still talking loud and saying nothing, as James would tell you. God's chosen people are those who live right and virtuous. That's spiritual discipline. Those are the people who hold themselves accountable to look good in God's eyes, hence God's approval. I love this. Let me wrap it up. Talking about God is what I do, okay? And talking about God don't mean a damn thing for me or you, but it's how you living that earns his approval. Do you get his approval? I do daily. Moving on. I'm God conscious, meaning it's God me all the time. And my mom told me about 10 years ago, baby, everybody don't want to talk about God all the time. I said, okay, I get it. So at that time, I'm bugging. Everybody think, yeah. I remember them days. I ain't forgot none of that. I just let it go. But now, I got somebody who I can talk God to whenever I want to. Pastor Buddy, right? Whenever you want to talk about God, give me a call. We talk twice a day. Again, it's been 10 years. That's all we talk is God. Wrapping it up. Again, appreciate you tuning in. But it's all about you doing what you need to do. It ain't about being holy and sanctified, all that nonsense. I ain't laid hands and I ain't spoke tongues to nobody. But I'm just trying to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate everybody I can. Wrapping it up. Now, with my weapon, okay, no, I'm God conscious, okay, and God is my weapon. But back in the day, when I was living wrong, I carried that 38, okay, and that was my weapon. Now that I'm living right, now with my new weapon, with God as my new weapon, being God conscious, I don't leave home without it. I don't make a decision without it. I don't do nothing without his approval and his consent and understanding before I do it. That's how you earn God's approval. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Get to work, and if you ain't getting it, start working on it. You don't care when you start. You take care of it. Day one, you start receiving your benefits. Okay, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 bites a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who know how to earn God's blessings and passed away. You do that, you go to meet Him. You won't pass away. You go home.